Welcome everybody. It is Dr. Ronald Say 2. Welcome back to another episode of the Playbook Podcast. This is episode number 3. Super excited. Today we have a very special episode. And to be honest, every episode is going to be special. But every episode is special, but today is a special one because this is the first time we're going to be talking about a CAU side hustle success story. So I'm super excited because we have a guest with us today. Her name is Sa'Miah, and she is the founder of Sa'Miah Creations, right?
Yes, I am.
All right, so I want to make sure that, again, every time you watch this podcast, we're giving you something new. We're trying to give you the game plans, but we also want to share successes, failures of everybody. And today we're going to, even though we really push entrepreneurship and innovation in businesses, there are some times where we got to do some side hustles, and I think side hustles really are a prelude to actually full-scale businesses, and it really gives you skills, in my opinion. So let's talk, Sa'Miah. Let's talk about Sa'Miah's Creations. First of all, tell us where you're from, your major, a little bit about yourself.
Okay, well, my name is Sa'Miah. I'm from Seattle, Washington.
Okay.
I graduated from Garfield High School with both my associates and my diploma.
Shout out to Garfield, Seattle.
Yeah, which landed me here to be currently a first semester senior. So I'm only here for 2 years.
Wait, a first semester senior?
Yeah.
So you graduated with your associate's degree?
Mm-hmm. And my diploma, which I earned 90 credits from. So during my junior and senior year, I did running start or dual enrollment. They call it different.
Right, dual enrollment. Yeah, dual enrollment.
Yeah. So and then I earned 90 credits from that, which Clark took majority of it.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Well played. Well played. One time for not having to pay 4 years of tuition.
Mm-hmm. But yes, I'm from Seattle, Washington. Went to Garfield. What else? Oh, my major is business administration with a marketing concentration.
Shout out to the B School.
Yeah.
Dean Udoka. See, we doing our job here. I'm doing my job. Have a little fun while we're at it. All right, shout out to the B School.
Yes, and yeah, that's a little about me.
So, off topic, do you feel some kind of anxiety about graduating just in 2 years? Do you feel like you should be here a little longer? Like, man, I wish I would have stayed. I'm having so much fun at Clark or the AUC. I want to stay one more year. Or are you ready to like hang it up? I'm done. I'm gone.
Honestly, I have mixed emotions on both because, you know, in high school, senior year, okay, these next 4 years, how I thought about it is freshman year coming in, okay, having fun, getting the ropes. Next year, okay, I had my first year, it's the second year now, okay. Going into junior year, it's okay, time to lock in, internships, time to start figuring stuff out. And senior year is it's go time, it's time to go. But for me, coming in only having 2 years, it's so fast. It's first year's okay, and then next year's okay, you gotta wrap it up.
Right, you gotta wrap it up good.
So my time here in Atlanta has been pretty great, but at the same time, it's whoa, it's so soon. I'm gonna be done at 20 years old. And everybody keeps asking me, and it's so it's a lot to think about.
Right,
it's so fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have mixed emotions about it. But I'm thankful because the cost of college, paying 4 years compared to only having to pay 2, which is
big promotion for dual enrollment. So all the high schoolers watching might want to consider that. And shout out to Garfield High School, Seattle, Washington. Y'all got a big population out here. Well, growing.
Yeah, growing.
I was introduced to you by Analia, who's also from Seattle.
Yep.
Same high school?
Yep, and we both did running start.
All right, Seattle. Garfield High School. We need a pipeline to Clark, Atlanta. Y'all got some great students coming. Keep them coming. All right, so let's jump into business.
Mm-hmm.
You're here. This is your second year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is your second year. I can't say you're sophomore because you already have more than enough credit. You came in as a sophomore. Well, a junior, right?
Yeah.
So you came in as a junior. And you have a bakery business called Sa'Miah's Creation.
Yes.
how and why did you start this?
How I started. Okay, so
Do you have baking experience?
I do actually.
Okay.
Funny story. When I was growing up, I was at my aunt's house a lot, and we would always be watching on YouTube, like watching baking and stuff, because she would love to bake, and we would make stuff like gingerbread from scratch,
Okay.
and all types of stuff. I used to be watching YouTube videos, and she would have me writing down the ingredients and stuff, and then we go ahead and go bake it. So I grew up baking with my aunt like crazy. Like she baked, like made breads, cookies. She would make everything from scratch. So coming down here, and I started, I think, yeah, my first semester, like towards the end going into spring, I was just thinking like, okay, I've got down here, but there's the cost of living, like groceries, hygiene. You may want to go out somewhere. Like everyone talks about the tuition, but not like the other costs.
Cost of living.
Yes, and I didn't have a car down here, so like Lyft was my transportation.
That gets pricey.
They charge a lot, especially during like peak times with traffic and stuff. So I was just thinking like, okay, what can I do? Like that's a passion of mine that I could, start a side hustle. And I was also like, my mom would send me money like naturally, she always does. But I'm like, okay, I know I got 2 siblings back home. I'm in college. Like I'm so thankful she is, always supporting me. But for me, I'm like, okay, what can I do to have a stream of income too as well, to relieve that stress, or not stress, but relieve some of that weight off my mom as a single mom, caring and supporting all 3 of my siblings, well, me and my 2 other siblings. So that was kind of like my whole everything behind forming a side business, side hustle. And then I was just like, what do I like to do? And I was like, baking. I like to bake, so I just trial and error in my dorm. And I started in a mini air fryer, like a tiny, it was the smallest air fryer ever, and I could only make 1 cake at a time. And there was a lot of trial and errors, like the top would be burnt, the middle would be cooked. It took trial and error, but I got it right. The temperature was right in the air fryer, because the air fryer will crisp the top because it's meant to like air fry. But once I got that, yeah.
So why did you automatically think, let me start a business? Why not say, I'm going to get a job? Did you try to get a job too?
No, I didn't. My thoughts coming into college, I was like, first semester or first year, I want to try to get acclimated and everything, because I don't want, as soon as I get down here, to get a job, because I need to figure out my whole life. Like I'm in a whole different place. I'm going to start college, which is a totally different ballgame than high school. Even though I did have a little bit of college experience at a community college while in high school, but this is a whole different, and I'm out by myself, so I didn't want to get a job. At least my first year. I wanted to get used to it down here, get acclimated, get my schedule together, down packed and everything like that. But yeah. What's the second part you said to the question?
That's fine. You answered it.
Okay.
You answered it. So I think I don't remember the second part. So you decide you're gonna try to make some money doing something that you love and that you're passionate about, which is baking, and you start practicing with this cake. You finally get the cake right. What happens then? Do you just bake the cake, put some icing on it, and then sold it to your roommate? What was the situation?
Well, all my cakes, of course, after all the trial and errors, my friends were the ones to taste them, of course, because they love sweets. And another thing I realized is being down here, down south, they have a really big sweet tooth. Which I was like, that's what sparked my, oh my gosh, like, why not baking? That's what lead me into that. But after I figured it out in the air fryer, I was like, okay. Now I started giving out samples, and then in my dorm, they have this thing called Group Me, which they have for the whole dorm. And we have RAs, resident assistants. So like, let's say in my dorm, there's like 300 people. People post about their business in the Group Me, and then could message you directly and stuff in there.
Okay.
So I would just post, like, make something like a cute little flyer, and just post something in the Group Me, and then it started taking off from there. And with within a couple weeks. Like I started a mini air fryer, but I could only make one cake at a time. And the air fryer, it would take me like, one time it took like probably 3 or 4 hours just to make like 5 cakes. Because it kept like, one may come out right, the other one may not, and it's like, oh my gosh. So yeah, I had to gradually move from the air fryer
Okay.
once business started. Like,
Okay, so when did business start picking up? So you dropped it in a group me. Did you get something immediately, like within a week or same day, a few days later?
Actually,
When you
yeah.
get your first order? Same day?
Yeah, same day.
Oh,
Later in the day.
it probably was me, no, I'm playing. I got a sweet tooth, but yeah.
It was actually later that day I had got my first few people, and then like the next like 3 days it started like going crazy, and I'm like, okay. From the money I was making, I'm like, I gotta get a toaster oven, like conventional oven, because making one cake, and I think my second day when it took like 4 hours, it was very time consuming because I'm trying to watch the air fryer. I even borrowed my friend's air fryer, she got the same one, so I could only make 2 cakes, and it was a lot, and people was like messaging.
Right. So these are your peers, these are students that live in the dorm with you.
Mm-hmm.
And they're asking you for some cake.
Yeah.
They're asking what was like the turnaround time? Did you tell them I'm gonna give it to you tomorrow or like in a few hours?
It was actually like, for the few I had got, let's say my first day, it was that same day. But you could place like a pre-order for the next day.
Okay.
So I would know like in advance, because I know with the air fryers it takes some time, a lot of time. So they would do pre-orders and stuff, but with the group me they can just press your name and directly message you.
Yeah.
And they were inquiring about it, and I didn't have a website, so at that time I was in like, I went in my notes and was jotting down like stuff for like invoicing, kind of, because I want to keep it as I know I'm just starting, but I want to keep it as professional as possible.
Right.
And I was copying and pasting, sending it to them, make sure they know like, okay, like she's legit, I can trust her, you know. But yeah, I would say within a couple days.
You already have. Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's a big deal.
Thank you.
So let's fast forward. Things start picking up. Obviously, you got to start balancing, I guess, how much money you spending versus how much you're making too.
Right.
When did you realize that you were making enough to kind of really take care of some of your expenses and offset the living expenses of being in Atlanta outside of what you're paying for school? When did you realize like, hey, I'm making enough money now to actually, this is having a dent in my expenses? When did you realize that? Or do you know that at all? I assume you do.
Yeah. I would say within a couple weeks, like I started seeing when sales started increasing, especially after I invested in a toaster oven, which I can make more cakes in advance.
Mm-hmm.
Like it started going up, and I was like telling my mom, like, oh my gosh, like I started baking and it's been going crazy. Like I've been having to get, I was Instacarting at the time because they didn't have the Walmart.
Yeah.
I was like having to re-up on stuff all the time. But I was saying within a couple weeks. Like it took off really fast.
Was it overwhelming?
At first, when I was like in an air fryer, yes, and then the toaster oven. And then how fast, I wasn't expecting it to be that fast, all the people that was ordering from me. But it definitely took off. And on my Instagram, I made an Instagram for it and started being active and posting on there. And then each person that would pick up, I would do like a little boomerang, put it in my review section, so people could look at the page and stuff like that. And then once it really started going crazy, I started getting content and stuff of my cakes, like going outside, taking stuff to put on my page. Yeah. But yeah.
How did your mom react to it? Was she excited? Was she like, don't care, or?
Like when I first brought it up, she was like, okay, like, cause I was telling her, like, I need to find some type of side hustle down here. Like, I thank you for the money you're sending me, but I need to find some type of side hustle because I don't want to just like rely. Like I know I have siblings back home. Like you got me here and you still supported me, but like there's other stuff and I don't want to ask.
Was she proud of you? Or?
Yeah,
That's
she
good.
was proud of me, but she knew I've always been like a hustle. Like I would, let's say, in sixth grade, sold slime. In seventh grade, I would sell like chips and stuff.
Okay, so
Like
yeah,
I
you
always had some type of
right.
And
The hustle. Okay.
I made lip gloss and sold them at events. Like
Okay.
I did all types of stuff. So to her, it's like okay.
And
when,
other
it,
than
when it started going off, she was like, oh my gosh. Like when I was showing her, I was like, she was like, oh my gosh. She was just like excited, like proud, like okay.
so this might be a quick. If any of your professors are watching or the dean is watching, hopefully you get the right answer. But it doesn't have to be the correct answer. Politically correct. We'll see that. This is outside of the box. I didn't send you this question via email, so this is a little off topic. But anything? Is there anything that you're taking away from the classroom, or you're relating from the classroom that you're doing right now with your side hustle business? Do you see any concepts, theories?
Correlation.
Yeah, any kind of correlation or overlap? Like, hey, okay, I learned about that in class. Even like supply and demand. I don't know if you know.
I'm not, but
Okay.
I understand. I would definitely say my I'll say the name or the teacher or no.
Sure, that's fine.
Okay, he's one of my favorite teachers.
Then say his name.
His name is Professor Carnegie.
Oh, Professor Carnegie, shout out to you.
Yes, I took him for marketing my first semester, and then I'm currently in his advertising class. And I would say definitely both the marketing and advertising, because you got to make it like appealing to the consumer's eye.
Yeah.
So that's when I thought of like my packaging, my cards, and something different. Because when you look at, let's say, my card, it's like a BlackBerry, like
Yeah.
bringing back memories. That's what comes with. What am I trying to say? That's how all my ideas spark. Because I think of how like someone looking at my product, what they're gonna think about it, overall think about it. But I'm thinking of like positioning the product, consumers' mind and heart, having them thinking about it, like stuff like that.
So the B school is what you're learning in class as far as marketing, branding, pricing. A lot of that stuff in class is helping you with your side hustle.
Yes.
Good. All right. That's pretty cool. Well, shout out to Clark Atlanta B School. Let's do it. So I'm glad, and that's actually. So I'll say this. This is a really important part of education, right? Being able to actually implement. So I truly believe that you have to kind of practice things to actually learn or truly digest it, right? So you can talk to me till I'm blue in the face, and I'm like, I got it. But I'm probably gonna forget if I actually don't practice it, or I'll lose it. It's kind of like you lose it if you don't use it scenario. So I am glad that you have an opportunity to kind of put these things into place. Do you feel like you being a business major was like natural? Is that more natural for you? Did you just choose that because you were kind of business minded, or was there's something else that played with you? Are you thinking about going to corporate right after you graduate? What are your are you seeing any kind of alignment between entrepreneurship and you being a business major? And there's no right or wrong answer. I'm just curious.
Yes, I knew like I wanted something to do with business. Like I said, I grew up. I always wanted to had in my mind like I want to work for myself.
Okay.
Like I want to have a business. Like that was me growing up. I want to have a business one day, and I was always selling something. Like whatever it was, I was selling something.
Okay.
Like I said slime or whatever. So I knew that something business, and then marketing, advertising, stuff like that. So I knew what major I wanted to choose.
Okay, so this is just right up your alley. This is natural for you. How do you manage time with your side hustle and class? Did this ever interfere with class at some point, especially when you started out? I mean, you told her you spending 4 hours on one cake.
Yeah.
So how do you manage time? Is it better now, or do you still struggle between trying to manage classes, studying, and your side hustles, fulfilling orders?
Yeah, like at the start, of course, it was definitely a challenge for me because it was like I'm trying to perfect this, like I'm spending time on this, like I said, took 4 hours at one time, like 4 hours of my day I won't be able to get back.
Yeah.
But I would say at first I did have trouble with trying to figure out a balance of when I'll bake, okay, when I'll do school, when go to the gym, when I need to cook my dinner. Like sometimes I'll be up just baking, because all the orders coming in, and at the time I was just trying to get them out. So coming into this year, and now I have a whole kitchen because I didn't have a whole kitchen before.
Oh, you invested in the whole kitchen?
Oh no, like my dorm.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, not there.
I was like, whoa, it's not just a side hustle. Okay, so you upgraded your dorm, and now you have a whole kitchen in the dorm,
Yes.
which is, I got
I
you.
didn't have it. All that was in my microwave.
Oh, I see.
Yes, but this year, like something that played a big role into it is my planner. I started really utilizing my planner, and like of course with classes and stuff and assignments, map out what I'm going to do each day, and then my baking days. So for me, my baking days would normally be Thursday, Friday is where I make the bulk of like my cakes, and those could last me like a day or 2 days, and depending on how fast those go, then the next week I'll do like the re-up of the flavors. But for cookies, they're baked to order, so I would set certain pre-order days. So like my site opens at 3 p.m. They can have until either 6 or 7 p.m. to place their cookie pre-orders, and then they'll have them by 8:30. So.
So, with the exception of the cookies, what's the shelf life of everything else, like the cakes? You say you bake a lot of stuff on the weekend. Do you bake it and just kind of leave it? You have like an inventory, and then people buy. What's like the shelf life, or does it even stay longer than 2-3 days?
Normally it does go within the 2-3 days.
Okay.
But to store it, you can store it in the fridge, and it can last up to 5 days.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I want to jump into this is called the Playbook Podcast, and so we're about giving game plans out. We try to give some secrets away to the students or people that are interested. So for anybody that's trying to start their side hustle, or maybe they even have a side hustle, what are some mistakes that you've made that you would warn somebody, or at least some advice you would give in terms of some mistakes that you made to avoid for them when they're starting a side hustle?
A few. I'll definitely say, for me, like I know when it took off, it was like, oh my gosh, don't automatically just spend your money like recklessly. Because at first, like it was my freshman year, it's like, oh my gosh, like what? Don't recklessly spend it. Because at first I was like spending, like I have money of course for my business, but I wasn't like fully sectioning out.
So you made some money and you was like, okay, ball out, I'm about to, you bought some shoes, bought clothes or whatever.
Like I was just, I was buying stuff, not like crazy, but like I could have been more like.
What made you realize that you were not spending your money wisely?
After like a few weeks, it's like, okay. And then when I'm going through like writing everything down, I'm like, Miss Ma'am, you need to make sure that you're make your money back plus more. And that's when I really sat down and started writing stuff down. Like, okay, this is how I'm going to divide this. This is where I'm going to put this, and yeah.
That's a good point. So I think a lot of people with side hustle sometimes, and even small business in general, people when they see the money coming in, they think, okay, I'm doing good, but they forgot how much money they actually put out. And so you gotta actually make a profit. You gotta see, like you just said, everything you made plus more. Once you get past what you made or put into it, now you're at a profit. But even then, you still want to be careful because you want to make sure you put in. You need to put money budget. I imagine for materials, ingredients,
packaging,
right,
all that type of stuff.
So no, that's a very good point. I think that's something a really good lesson, even as a side hustle. That you really it is a business, and it sounds like you actually are managing this pretty well, and so that's actually very good that you're thinking like that, because a lot of people, when you think about side hustles, it's just about making the money and spending it as quick as you can, and I got what I needed. I mean,
That's how.
I'm gonna just.
At first it was like in my mind, like, okay, just in college, let me just do this real quick, something to make some quick extra money.
Yeah.
And then coming into this year, well, as the year went on, the whole semester, and people were asking me like, would you ever consider, would you this, like teachers and stuff? And then I'm thinking to myself, and then coming into this year, like, I actually, like, I could see me going further than this, than, just in college. So at first it was like, oh, a little side thing, but I'm like thinking bigger, expanding, like.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so first thing is budget, manage your expense, manage your finances. Would you say that this has given you some entrepreneurial skills or some business skills? Do you think it's sharpened you a little bit more? Do you feel a little bit more confident in your business classes? That was like 3 questions, but.
I'm trying to figure out how to dissect that. Are you saying, did my business give me, or?
Yeah, now that with this successful side hustle, I mean, I'm calling it successful. By some standards, I think it is successful. You've told me some of your numbers, so she does gross a profit. Do you feel like your skill set as a businesswoman, I'm calling you that, have been sharpened? Do you feel like you've learned some things along the way? Or do you still think that, I mean, obviously there's always things that we can learn, but do you feel like you're a better entrepreneur, I'm calling you that, or a businesswoman, whatever you want to call yourself? Somebody that's just a little bit more savvy in business, let's say that.
I feel like definitely since like where I started and where I am now, I definitely say it has sharpened my business skills or mindset, definitely from where I started, and how I carry my business now to where it did at the beginning.
Gotcha. What advice would you give to somebody who wants to start their side hustle but might be scared? They might not think they never had a business before, they never been entrepreneurial, they weren't the girl or the guy that was selling chips or candy in high school, they never really felt like they were a hustler. What advice would you give to somebody who is thinking about it?
Well, for one, I will say whatever it is that you do, be passionate about what you do, because it won't feel like work when you're doing it. Like with me, with baking, it doesn't feel like work. It's just like I'm having a good time, having my show going, and just be baking, having fun while baking. So whatever it is, make sure you're passionate, because you don't want to go like being bored, like, oh, I'm tired of this. But this is what I turned into my, side hustle. That's something I would say though.
Do you have any tools, resources that you typically refer to help with your side hustle? Like, do you, go to YouTube? Are you in any kind of entrepreneurship program? Is it, and being that you're a business school student, I imagine the B school kind of helps you, or class helps you. Or do those any resources that you are depending on to kind of help you be better?
I would definitely say, with me, I mean, I was on YouTube a little bit. I was on TikTok. TikTok show you a lot of stuff. Like, you could look up anything on TikTok. But
better than YouTube?
Well, nowadays, yeah. When I was younger, I would be on YouTube all the time. But nowadays, TikTok, yeah.
So is it going to be safe to call it TikTok University soon? Like we have YouTube University?
Who knows? But I just know nowadays TikTok
got everything on there. Okay.
That's where I went to like do research and stuff, like find, let's say like cake pans and all. Just see all the different stuff that I need. So yeah.
Okay. If a student wanted to get in touch with you and ask you some questions about your cakes, your products, or advice on side hustles, how can they get in touch with you?
You can get in touch with me on Instagram on my business page. It's at Sa'Miah's Creations. I'll spell it out for you. SAMAIAHS, and then Creations with 2 S's.
All right, and what all do you sell? Let's ask that.
Yeah.
Because I'm interested. I see this thing staring at me, and I'm going to prepare to taste test this. So what do you sell?
I sell mini cakes like this and jumbo cakes, And I sell what I call them specialty cookies. Cookies and cream.
Cookies and
What
cream.
else? Strawberry lemon. All types of cookies. And I also cater at events.
You cater at events?
Yeah, I previously catered at an event like a week ago.
What? Do you cater on campus?
I don't on campus.
Alright, I'm gonna put you on game on something right quick. I need you to become a vendor at CAU. We need you to have you at some of our events and buy some of your stuff. So look, you all saw the packaging. I'm about to taste test this. So what should I expect, Sa'Miah? I'm about to. Does all of your cakes come with this little fork?
Mm-hmm.
I like this. This is pretty cool. So you give your customers a fork.
Yeah, because why not?
All right, it's clean.
We have a yellow cake. It's called Golden Oreo.
I should have told you I like chocolate, but I'm good.
Oh,
It's all good. I like
I
chocolate.
didn't know.
It's all good. Chocolate help me keep my skin color, but you know, we'll go with this for now. So this is called yellow cake. You saw it for me?
I mean, if you.
Chloe behind the camera, I don't know if she wants any.
It's okay.
All right. So I have a sweet tooth, so I'm gonna go ahead and dig in. This soft, nice. Ooh. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Impressive. Very impressive. This is good. You have repeat customers, I'm assuming.
Yes.
A lot.
Yes, I just came out with my loyalty cards, which I do hole punches in. So like the 6th purchase,
Yeah.
they get a free item. So.
Free item after the 6th purchase?
Yeah. So like.
Where did you learn that from?
It keeps restarting.
Where did you learn that from?
With loyalty cards, I mean,
Just
I've
fun.
seen people do it like with lashes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a lot of repeat customers. And I also do like.
This is really good.
Thank you. I bake it with love. I want it to be great.
And I'm not lying. Oh, well, in y'all words, no cap. Sorry, I got to stay with the trends, I suppose. But no, this is really good.
I'm glad.
So repeat now. Do people come pick it up or you deliver to them?
Yes, people come pick it up. Majority, like, let's say, like, all the different dorms, they come pick it up for me, and I just meet them at the entrance. Or if they stay in my dorm, they just come to my dorm.
That's my. What if the B school wants to buy from you? What if
Then I would.
Professor Carnegie, Miss Denson, Dean Udoka,
Then I
Dr.
would
Berger,
bring it to them.
they're gonna. You know what you need to do? I'm making a request that at the next B school event, you have some of your cases as sample. Or sell it. Why weren't you at the block party the other day, last week?
What block party?
We had CIAD business block party expo. You didn't know about it?
What day was it?
Thursday. It's like a market Thursday. All right, Sa'Miah, so I gotta say, this is really good. I'm trying not to be greedy in front of the camera, but this is really, really good. Closing out, you gave your advice on what you would, some mistakes that side hustlers make when they're first starting out their business. You also made some recommendations on what they should do if they want to get started, right? What are some final words you have for all the CAU side hustlers, or the AUC, or side hustlers anyway? What's some final words you have for them? Some words of encouragement.
Some final words. I would honestly say, keep going and believe in yourself. I know you hear that all the time, or who knows if you do or don't. But honestly, believing in yourself and keep going. That's honestly all I could say.
Because you are only a 2nd year college student, started a side hustle, making enough money to take care of your expenses.
Turning it into a business.
And you're thinking about making this a business long term.
Yeah. Started catering at events. I recently catered at a UNCF. It's called UNCF Portfolio Project.
Okay.
They take students on tours and stuff like that. 2nd time catering for them actually, but catering for
You got big clients now.
slowly getting up there, but yeah.
So you need to make Clark Atlanta a client. I'm putting that out there.
I would if they.
We got you. We're gonna make that happen for you. So no, this is exciting. This is awesome. Last thing we have all of our students do, or guests. We don't have our whiteboard where we usually are, but what's a quote that you want to leave to anybody watching with?
Oh, quote.
I'm putting you on the spot. If you could think of one, or make your own up. It could be about anything. Life quote.
I think. What's the quote? I don't know why I'm at a loss for words.
That's all right.
What's it?
We'll edit, so no pressure.
Okay, good, because I wasn't expecting that. Okay. Good quote.
What are some words that you have?
Some words like
Your own quote.
My own quote. Well, I don't know. Like I said, trust and believe in yourself. Oh, or trying to think. Yeah, I would say honestly, trust in yourself, believe in yourself, be your biggest supporter, because no one will be as big a supporter as you. So, be your number one supporter.
Thank you, Sa'Miah. Thank you all again for tuning in for our third episode of the Playbook Podcast. This is really good, by the way. So make sure you all go to Sa'Miah's Creations. Can they just Google you and find your site?
Mm-hmm. Or it's on my Instagram too.
All right. Or find on what's your Instagram?
At Sa'Miah's Creations.
This is super good. This is not good for me because I already have a sweet tooth. You were right. We in the South do have a sweet tooth, so.
See some of my customers. They're ordering 2 cakes, 3-pack of cookies.
Oh my gosh, this is bad. You should be in the cab. We need to replace all the sweets in the cab.
Hey, you said it on me.
I'm gonna get you with Tetris Sodexo. So check out Sa'Miah's Creations. For all the side hustlers out there in college, I want you to know that you can do it too if you're looking for a way to make money. Take some of these tips Sa'Miah gave. This show can only go so long, so definitely tune back in, replay, or reach out to Sa'Miah herself, and she'll be able to give you some advice while you eat some of this cake. And make sure you follow our channel, click on subscribe, share, follow us on Instagram, on social media, at CAU, and stay tuned for the next episode. This is Dr. Ron, I say 2. This is Sa'Miah. We'll see you next time, or see you around campus. Bye.